Hi lovelies, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, welcome to our little community. Today I have an eyeshadow palette review for you guys. It is the latest palette from Natasha Denona. It is the Triochrome palette, not multi-chrome, Triochrome. I cannot wait to open this up. I have not played with it at all. I wanted to do it on camera. I can't wait to see what kind of look I can get from this palette. If you want to see the look I get from this palette, please keep watching. So this is what the packaging looks like. Isn't that cool, you guys? The packaging itself has a shift. You see that green and purple shift? I think that's quite neat. So it says here Natasha Denona Triochrome. Let's open this up and see what it looks like inside. Let me try not to get one of my nails broken trying to open this. Okay, so this is what the palette looks like. Again, same with the palette itself. It also has a duochrome shift, green and purple, as you can see. It's one of my favorite of Natasha Denona's palettes in terms of the exterior look here. And back here you get these little holes where you can pop the shadows out and put it in a Z palette if you want for traveling. So yeah, so she is obviously doing that with all of her palettes now. This is what the inside looks like. I don't know if the camera is capturing. Yeah, it is capturing the shift in this green shadow there. So this row in the middle, you guys, that is the Triochrome row. So these three shadows here, those are the only Triochrome shadows in the palette, which I thought was a little bit of a bummer. When I heard that Natasha's coming out with this like Triochrome palettes, I got so excited thinking it's gonna be like, you know, like the Metropolis palette where it has like all these gorgeous different finishes, like that wet shadow finish that she has, like leather like. Anyway, the newest formula that she has, like you got a lot of those shades in that Metropolis palette. So I was really excited thinking that you will get more than 3 in this palette. I think that was something they missed on this palette. They could have included more of the Triochrome shades. We would have given this palette a little bit more value for the money. Each row going horizontally, that's an eye look. This green row down on the bottom, that's the one I've been dying to use, especially this Triochrome shade Scarab. So that's what I will be using to create the eye look today, but I can't wait to try the other ones as well. But anyway, going horizontally, each of these rows can create an eye look. But of course you can mix and match as well. I mean, obviously these 6 shades here and these 6 shades here are all matte finishes, and that's the other thing. They're actually all matte shades. They're not satin finishes. They're not the other, you know, different finishes. Natasha has like 5 different finishes that she's introduced so far, but for whatever reason she only included the matte shades in this palette and just that one row of Triochrome shades, which I'm just not so sure why she did that. I wish she had included a little bit more of the other finishes, like the shimmer finish, the metallic finish, cream to powder formula. She could have included some of her 5 different shadow finishes in here instead of just doing one row of like just 3 shades of Triochrome and then everything else be matte. Especially we could have used more of the Triochrome shadows in here, but nonetheless it's a gorgeous palette. I just love the color story. I think the shadows that she included for each look is just to die for, especially this green row. I love this sort of like lime color shadows here. Very, very cool. So let me first do some swatches for you guys before I get started with the eye look. Obviously the ones you're dying to see. This is the first Triochrome shade. This is Scarab on this finger of mine. Do you see the shift there? There's yellow, like a little blue and green. So let me swatch this for you here on my hand. Wow, that looks gorgeous. Do you see that? That is really, really pretty. Yeah. So next we have Kinetic, which is a sort of a purple shift. It has like a blue, pink, purple shift. So let me swatch that in the middle. So that's what that shade looks like. Really, really pretty as well. The last shade, Color Flip. This one is kind of like a rustic shade right here on the top eye shift. So it has green, purple, pink shift right on the top here. So this is Color Flip, Kinetic, and Scarab. So that's what they look like. Oh, did I show you color flip on my finger? That's color flip shade on my finger here. So let me also try and swatch some of the matte shades. So these are all the shades except for the Triochrome shade in the first row. These are all the shades except for the Triochrome shade in the second row. These are all the shades except for the Triochrome shade in the last row. Okay, so let me bring you guys a little closer and start with the eye look. So I don't have anything on my eyelids except for my concealer. Like I said, I'm going to be using the this green row here. So I'm going to start with the shade here. This is Ion or Iron. I'm going to start by putting that above my crease. Same on the other side. So I'm going way above the crease. Then I'm going to go into Vert with a smaller blending brush like this one. And then I'm going to put that right on my crease. Maybe a little slightly above. Again, I'm going in circular motions on the outside and I'm going to sweep it in. Then I'm going to take even tinier blending brush and go into the shade Scrap. And I'm going to put that right on the outer corner here. Sort of sweeping it into the upper lash line right in the corner there. Now I'm going to go into Scarab, the Triochrome color. And I'm going to place it right on the eyelid, on the top of the eyelid. Wow, look at that. Guys, that's gorgeous. Wow, do you see that? I don't know if the camera is doing justice. I'm looking at my viewfinder and I'm also looking in person. It looks even more stunning in person than it's showing on the viewfinder. Wow, that's beautiful. By the way, you guys, that was without wetting it. That was dry. That's how gorgeous it looks, just dry, without even me wetting it. I'm gonna wet it when I put it under on my lower lash line to see if it makes like a big difference. But that's dry, that's totally dry. I didn't wet the brush. So I'm gonna now take a flat shader brush like this and go back into Scarab so that I can get into the very corners here. I'm gonna bring it up like above the crease a little bit. That's kind of like the secret to making your eyelid look bigger. So like, see, instantly now it looks bigger. So I'm bringing it up a little bit more. So now the eyelid looks really big. See that? Now it's all the way up there and looks really gorgeous. So now I'm going to pick up an inner corner highlighter brush like this, and I'm going to pick up the shade Androdite, the lightest shade, and I'm going to put that in the inner corner here. Isn't that gorgeous, you guys? Wow, look at what a difference that Triochrome shade made. So I'm gonna go onto the other eye now. Inner corner highlight color. And then I'm gonna go with Androdite and highlight my brow bone. I'm gonna go back in with a little bit of scrap and sort of redefine the very end there just a little bit. Wow, that's just pow! Packs a punch, you guys. Wow, look at that. You can actually see the shift as I move my head. That's gorgeous. This scarab one, I mean, I haven't tried the other colors yet, but the Triochrome Shadow Scarab, really good. I didn't have to wet the brush or anything. Yeah, I mean, you can apply it with a dense packing brush or like a shader brush, or you know, with your finger, and the effect is the same. It's pretty cool. So now I'm gonna go into the lower lash line. I'm gonna take the shade Scrap, and I'm gonna put that right on the outer end of the lower lash line. Just on the outer third. Now I'm gonna take the shade Vert. I'm gonna put that in the beginning part of the eye, lower lash line. Now I'm gonna take Ion, and I'm going to put that right in the inner corner area of the lower lash line. Let's sweep it in a little bit. Now I'm going to wet the brush and go into Scarab and put it right there in the middle. Right on the middle part of the lower lash line. Now I'm going to take a pencil brush and go into Vert. And I'm gonna sort of blend everything down a little bit. Blow it out. So that's the eye look, you guys. Let me put my eyeliner on and mascara on, and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back, so I'm gonna bring you guys back again and do my blush and lips and be back with my thoughts. This is the finished look, you guys. I'm going to take my band off now, and so this is what the final look looks like. I think it's really, really gorgeous. I think it exceeded my expectations. It's definitely a special occasion kind of look. You know, it's definitely a going out nighttime look. I finished the look with Linda Hallberg on my waterline. It's like a dark green metallic shade, which I think worked really well with this look. It came out beyond my expectations. It looks gorgeous. I mean, I think that the palette is really great. The Triochrome shades definitely met and exceeded my expectations. They're very buttery, very silky smooth. I would say like really creamy, really buttery Triochrome shades. Same with, of course, as always, her matte shadows are just so silky and so buttery. You know, they just blend themselves out. Just the usual formula of Natasha Denona's, you know, the Natasha Denona matte formula. Very creamy matte. I enjoy the palette very much, and I think I'm going to enjoy using the other two rows too. What can I say, guys? I mean, it's an A+. I think this palette is an A+. My only complaint about this palette is that the fact that there are only 3 Triochrome shades in here. If she had put in maybe at least like 3 more Triochrome shades, this would have been really cool. I don't think she needed this many mattes for each of these rows. Like, this is like one look right here. I don't think you needed 2 lime green shades here, Vert and Ion. I don't think you needed both. I think a brow bone color and one lime green shade would have been fine. And if she replaced one of these lime green ones with another triochrome one in this row, that would have been really cool. Another triochrome that has shifts that work with the rest of the mattes here would have been nice here. Again, same story here. I say 6 instead of 3 triochromes would have made this palette really worth your money, and I still think it's worth your money. But for $129, this is not her smaller palette, guys. Like the smaller version is only $65, is it, or something like that. So that, you know, the smaller palettes like the Sunset palette or the Love palette, if she made it that size, then I understand just putting in 3 triochrome shades. But this is a $129 palette, so she could have put 3 more triochrome shades, in my opinion. But then again, I don't know, maybe she had a reason why she did it that way. As a makeup artist, she maybe felt like you can only, you know, do like one kind of cohesive look from each row. Maybe designed it so that each row will give like one triochrome look here. And then maybe also she could have turned some of the other matte ones in each row into like a satin finish or a metallic or something, a different kind of finish other than matte finish. That maybe would have added a little bit more value as well. But other than that, I mean, even without those things, as it is, it's a really, really stunning palette. I mean, stunning is the word. Stunning palette. I love all the mattes in here as well. They're, again, silky smooth, and the color story is to die for. So yeah, I really like it, you guys. I would say A+. I will be reaching for this palette a lot going forward in the next few months, especially over the holidays. Probably going to wear this look for Thanksgiving, I think. I am very happy with the palette, you guys, and I think it's a really cool palette, and I hope she comes out with more multi-chrome or triochrome or duochrome palettes in the future, and maybe next time she will include a few more trio, multi-chrome, duochrome shadows in the palette the next time she comes out with one. I can't wait to see what she does. I have 2 of her liquid multi-chrome shadows that she recently came out with. In fact, one of the shadows is named the same. It's the same as Scarab in here. So she has the powder version in this palette, and then liquid triochrome one Scarab that I also have upstairs. Dragonfly, I think, would go really well with Color Flip or even Kinetic. You can even mix those in with this, but I don't think you need the liquid ones. I mean, look at this. This is as high shine and high chrome as it gets. I know that other brands like Sydney Grace have this kind of multi-chrome shadows, which are really cool. I know Cleona, I have Cleona Cosmetics, that's a brand in Canada. I have a few of those shadows. They're very, very expensive for a tiny little shadow. They sell individual shadows, super expensive, and those are very nice multi-chrome shadows as well. I like Sydney Grace ones. Linda Hallberg has some liquid multi-chrome shadows, which remind me of the Natasha Denona ones. Very excited about this multi-chrome trend that is going on right now. I want to see more of these palettes coming out in the near future. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial and the review of the Natasha Denona's new Triochrome palette. Please don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so that you get notified when I upload. I will see you in my next video.